All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get our bodies warmed up. So go ahead and make sure, I did set weights up, but make sure those weights aren't too close to you so you don't accidentally hit them. You can set them down. And let's go ahead. I'm going to take a deep breath in, arms up. And turn those palms out. Exhale, push air down. Push your breathe out. Inhale up. Exhale down. Do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. And place those hands onto your knees. I'm going to take one hand. I'm going to circle it up as close as I can to my ears. Bring it back behind me. Tap that chair. Bring it back as close as you can to your ear and back. Now, for some of us, this is difficult, right? Because our shoulders are really stiff. So your arm may not be this close. Maybe it's out here, but the goal is as close as you can. Maybe just visualize that happening. Maybe your arm's a little further apart, but visualize it. Straight up and down. We'll do one more time. Straight up. Tap that chair and bring it back. And let's alternate to the other side. This is my stiff side. This side always feels a little stiffer. And you might notice that too, right? You might notice one side is a little more flexible than the other. All right, both hands on the knees, bring them straight up, drop them into cactus arms or goddess arms. Now take those shoulder blades, try to touch them behind. Release, reach back up towards the ceiling. Pull down into goddess arms, pull them back. You getting warm back there, Sparky? Yeah, this will do already. And up. And one last time, try to touch their shoulder blades. Bring those arms up. And let's take one hand down. I'm going to grab the chair and lean over. As I'm leaning over, my hip wants to rise up. So push that hip down so you get a nice stretch. Both arms back up towards the ceiling. One hand drops, grab onto the chair, lean over. And let's do both sides one more time. Reach up and lean over. Both arms up and come back up. Nice. I've got one more person trying to pop in here. Let's go ahead and leave those hands on our knees. We're going to move just our neck now. So we're going to loosen up our neck by looking over our shoulders. So go ahead and look over the shoulder. Keep your body facing forward. And come back facing me. Look over the other shoulder. And face me. And let's do that one more time. Turning both directions. And other direction. And so I'm going to take my ear towards my shoulder. Don't let the shoulder rise up. Just take the ear towards the shoulder as far as you can. And bring that head up. And let's go towards the other shoulder. And come back up. Let's do that one more time, both sides. And bring that head up to the other side. And come back up. Nice. All right. Hands are still on the knees. Let's go ahead and pull our bodies forward and look up. I'm going to arch the back. Now push against those knees. Chin is going to come down, touching the chest. We curl the back around it. And then pull back up. Are you joining us? No, you just need the chair. I need a chair. And let's go ahead and do this a few times. Let's not move too fast, nice and slow, just warming that body up. And we'll do both directions one last time, pulling forward, looking up. Rounding the back, looking down. And bring your body upright. Nice. All right. So we were moving our spine back and forth. Let's move it in a circle now. So lift that rib cage up and visualize that rib cage making a circle over your hips. Now it looks like my shoulders are making this circle, and they are, but the energy is actually being initiated from my rib cage. And so this is going to help warm up the spine. It's also going to help loosen up our sides right here. And find a nice place to stop and change direction. You guys look so good.
Yeah, we can't smile at you.
I know. And we'll bring the body back to center. Nice. All right. So we've started to warm up our top of our body. Let's warm up the bottom. And so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab my knee and give my knee a hug. And that's going to start loosening up that hip. And then let's push that leg out. Open it up. Bring it back and give yourself a hug. And go ahead and set that leg down. Let's do the other side. Give yourself a nice hug. Push that leg out. Open it up. Bring it back. And give yourself a hug. And down. All right, let's open those knees up a little bit. I'm going to sit back so I can swing my legs. I know you all have a different height. But go ahead. And I hear some popping. That's what we're going to try to do is release any trapped air in this area. Loosen up those knees. Let's do some circles. Change direction. And we're going to go down to our ankles now. Let's move to the circles with the ankles. And change direction. Mine are popping. And go ahead and point those toes towards me. Pull them back towards you. Point towards me. And pull back. So we're flexing and pointing. All right. And go ahead and set those feet down. Good job. Okay. Let's bring those arms out. We'll do some circles. Let's get that body warmed up. And so I've got my arms extended out. Let's go ahead and grab some heavy weights, right? Just visualize, make some fists. Visualize you've got some heavy kettlebells in those closed hands. We're doing small circles, but you've got some heavy weights. And let's move to medium-sized circles. And you might feel the deltoid muscle is really working here, right? Because it depends on what size weights you have in your hands. I've got 10 pounds on each side. We're going to move to big circles now. Remember how powerful your mind is, right? Really visualize that you've got some heavy weights. And stop those weights at the bottom. Let them go. Hands are open. Let's change direction. Hands are open. Energy is extending out, maybe through that middle finger. It emanates from the heart. Sending it out. And you feel a little bit more of a stretch across the bicep, right? Extending those fingers out. Let's move to medium-sized circles. Extend that energy out. Feel those hands almost pulsing with energy going out. And we'll move to small circles. And relax those arms. Woo, good job. All right. Okay, we're going to get that body moving now. And so I'm going to take my arms, I'm going to move them up, and I'm going to turn. So as I turn, be careful that you don't hit the back of your chair. You don't want to hit that funny bone. So raise those arms up high enough that you're going to go above. I'm going to turn to the right, turn to the left. And as you turn, you're going to feel that breath being moved out of the body. This is going to create some heat in the core. And so I'm just going to turn to the right. If you feel like you're getting dizzy, go ahead and slow down just a bit. Okay, we're going to add a little punch here. As I turn, I'm going to punch, turn, punch, turn, punch. Got a little motion going here. Punch, 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 punch. Let's do one more each direction. And come back to center. Nice. All right. Feel a little bit warmer. Might feel these back of the arms starting to warm up a little bit too. Let's take that same energy going up towards the ceiling. And you can punch up, but once you get up there, visualize there's a rope or something you're going to grab, pull it back down. So you feel that bicep engage, bring it back to your hip. Reach across the body, pull back down. We'll do this for 10. 1, do both sides. 2, pull down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, really pull, 10, and down. Nice, good job. Okay, so we're going to raise our feet on our next move. So you want to find a place on your chair that you can comfortably raise your feet and not feel like you're going to fall forward. All right. So my hands are going to rest at my side. I'm going to bring them up over my head, almost as if I'm doing a jumping jack. As I do so, feet are going to lift up, lower down together. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. Good job. Bring those hands up to your shoulders. We're going to push. Now visualize maybe you've got some watermelons or bowling balls, depending how strong you are today. We're going to push them up towards the ceiling. As we do, one leg is going to lift up. As you lower, you're going to alternate to the other leg. And let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3. Don't drop those balls. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest those arms. Whew, take a deep breath. Remember to breathe as you go through these movements at a pace that feels really good to you. Just put those hands on our knees. Gonna lift them straight up, just like we did before, as close as you can to your ears. This is gonna look different for each of you, depending on your mobility. Gonna raise them straight up. As I do, both feet are gonna raise up. Now, I'm going to ask you not to swing those feet. I don't want the momentum. I want your muscles in the top of your legs to lift up. As you do so, you're going to feel your abs tightening. Make sure that you keep these abs nice and tight. That's going to help strengthen that pelvic floor at the same time. Hands on the knees. And let's go nice and slow. We'll do this for 10. 1, back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. Nice. Bring those arms out in front of you. My fingers are out right now, but let's pull them in and make fists. I'm going to scoot forward so I don't hit the back of my chair again. I'm going to pull one hand back, and then I'm going to push it forward. And as I do, this hand's going to come back. And so we're going to push and pull, all right? And as you push and pull, you're going to feel the muscles across your chest here. I also want you to really tighten those shoulder blades. So use the back muscles here. All right, so let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and both hands on the leg. That was challenging, right? Having to think about hand being open, hand being closed, right? So we're always engaging the mind at the same time. So good job. All right. Whew, you guys are doing great. Let's go ahead and grab our weights. And so I have 3 pounds. You can use weights that feel good for you today. If you don't have weights at home, you can use water bottles or canned food, or you do not even need to use weights. These exercises are still just as powerful without weights. We're going to start with our bicep curls. For those of you that have a couple different weight options, this is the bigger muscle, so you might be able to use heavier weights during these first few moves. Palms are going to be facing me, hands on knees. We're going to curl up, tapping our shoulder blades and coming back down. Again, nice and slow. Don't go too fast, because then it's the momentum that's lifting the weight. You want the muscle here to be doing all the work. Feet are flat on the ground. Let's tuck that abdomen in. Let's tuck in those muscles in the pelvic area. And let's curl up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release. How you doing? Luann is back. She's been on vacation. Sometimes our muscles take a break too when we go on vacation, right? And so let's go ahead and rest our arms on our knees. Let's do our wrists just a little bit here. So I'm going to let those weights roll down to the ends of my fingers and then curl back up. roll down and curl up. And I'm not going to count here. Just go ahead and do a few that feels comfortable for you, which is strengthening that forearm and activating the muscles in the wrist there. Simple. Sometimes our wrist will get stiff, especially if you spend time doing a very mono movement, like if you knit or you're on the computer or you're doing something that you have a repetitive motion, the wrist can get stiff. All right, one last time, curl up and bring that body back up. Rest those hands on the knees. We're going to curl up and let's add one extra movement here. I'm going to open up those arms, open the doors, come back and curl back down. And we'll do this for 8. 1, open the doors, come on back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You guys are almost there. Last one, 8. And back down. Nice. All right. Let's rest those forearms on your knees. I'm going to turn one palm down, one palm up, and then I'm going to switch and do the other direction. So I'm just doing a nice little twist here. Still engaging the forearm. Engaging the wrist there. You might even feel a little popping. Nice and slow. Let's do one more, turning both directions. And bring those bodies upright, hands rest on the knees. Okay, so our last move, we curled up and then we opened the door. This time, as you open the door, we're gonna lift those legs up. So everything is lifting up off the ground. My core is nice and tight at this moment. Tucking in my abdomen, tucking in my pelvic floor, closing and lowering back down. We'll do this for a count of 6. 1, curl up, open the door, lift those legs, close and down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one, 6. I see you challenging yourself. Good job. And take a breath. Woo, good job. All right. Great. Let's do one more move with our wrists. I'm going to rest my arms on my legs. Just going to do a little figure 8 here. So I've got both weights moving in the same direction. Doing a little figure 8. You feel the muscles in your forearms helping with this motion, but you also feel the wrists engaged. We'll do one more figure 8. And bring those hands back up. Nice. Take those palms facing towards each other. We'll do another bicep curl move here. Feet are flat on the ground. My body is nice and upright. Lift that rib cage up so it's not resting on the hips. Rib cage nice and tall. We're going to curl up, touch those shoulder blades, and bring them back down. When you bring them down, visualize that there's something between you and your legs that you have to push through. Maybe you're pushing through mashed potatoes or honey, or maybe you've got a big balloon that you're pressing against. We'll do this for 10. 1, press them down. 2, press. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Our next move, we're going to bring them up and let's push up towards the ceiling. Drop them back down, pushing down. How are you feeling?
Switch.
Okay. Then we're going to engage that little deltoid muscle here. All right, let's do this for 8. 1, push them up, back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, push it down. 7, 8, 9, 10. Push it down. Ooh, good job. Nice. Next move, we're going to add a variation here. We're going to bring those weights up, push them up here. As we do, we're going to lift those legs up and bring them back down. So again, that core is going to be engaged. So let's do this. I think then make you do 10 last time. We'll do 6. 1, lift them up, back down. 2, lift them up. 3, 4. You guys look good. 5. Last one. 6. Let's hold it just for a moment. Slowly bring it back down. And all the way to the knees. Good job. Nice. Let's go ahead and let those hands rest to the side here. So my palms are facing each other. I'm going to lift them up into airplane arms and back down. Let's lift up for a count of 10. Feet are still flat on the ground. Rib cage lifted up, spine is straight. Let's lift up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it just for a beat. Slowly lower back down. Nice. Let's check in with the shoulders. Sometimes when we're working out these arms, the shoulders start to raise up. Let's relax them. Put them back down where they belong. You can move around. Nice. Good job. All right. So our next move, we're going to add a variation here. I'm going to go up to my airplane arms, flip those palms up, go up into my cactus gold pole, right? We just had the Super Bowl. We'll do gold poles. Back down and back to the start. This is a harder move, so check your weights. You could do this without weights. It's going to be just as powerful. Feet flat on the ground. Let's go for 8. 1, palms up, gold poles. Back down. Flip those hands. 2, 3, 4. I get to see myself, so I can tell if my arms are level. 5. Sometimes you don't know, right?
I didn't realize that. That's
6.
a secret. It's a perfection.
7, never perfection. Last one, 8. Gold poles. Down and release. Woo, all right. Set those weights down, shake those arms out. That was a tough one. Check in with your shoulders. When you do these moves, you want to be relaxed. You don't want your muscles to be tight and tense as you're lifting. You want your muscles to be relaxed. All right, one last move. Hands are in airplane motion up this way. We're going to go all the way up, tap above our head, and back down. We're going to do this for 6. Whew. Check in with your shoulders. Keep them nice and soft. Let's do 6. 1, all the way up. Tap all the way back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Set those weights down, shake those arms out. Great job. Good work. Okay. We're going to keep working with our arms. I'm going to move up just a little bit so I can have a little bit of space behind me. I'm going to be moving my arms back, and I don't want to hit the back of my chair. So I'm going to scoot up to the edge just a bit. Hands are going to rest on my knees. I'm going to lift those weights straight out in front of me. I'm going to pull one back. As I do, I'm going to alternate and push it out. We did this move without the weights. Now I'm going to add the weights. And so I'm pushing and pulling at the same time. We'll start with the weights down. We'll do this for a count of 10. Let's lift them up, pull one back, and let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and lower back down. Ooh, that one was tough, huh? Good work.
Is that who ran checking in? I can't see anybody. Okay, that's an disadvantage. I just get to see you, but that's good.
I'm not doing anything like, oh, so it's all okay. All right, so we're gonna lift those weights up. This time we're gonna pull both arms together. So I'm gonna lift up, I'm gonna pull both arms together. I'm gonna push both arms out. As you pull together, try to touch those shoulder blades as close as you can. Try to pull them together and then push back out. Okay, we'll do this for a count of 10. Let's lift them up. 1, push it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whew, 7, you got this. 8, 9, 10, and back and release. Whew. I'm saying that as I'm looking at my participants here carrying 5 pounds in each hand. Good job, guys. All right, so this time I'm gonna leave one hand on my knee, other arm's gonna come up, and then I'm gonna alternate. So we're still doing that alternating moving. And so keeping the body nice and warm, moving the shoulders quite a bit here. Okay, take a deep breath in, relax those shoulders. Lift one arm up, and let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop that hand down so it matches the other one, both resting on the knees. Nice, good job. Deep breath in. It's important during these moves that we're keeping our abdomen nice and tight. That's going to help keep our back protected. Okay, both hands are on my knees right now. I'm going to lift them straight out in front of me and lower back down. And we'll lift up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's my heavy breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and take a break. Whew. Check in with your body, relax their shoulders. Maybe they need a wiggle, let them rest. Maybe you want to look over your shoulders, loosen up the neck just a bit. Okay, next move is going to be a little tougher. We're going to pull them straight up as high as we can. You can go up to the ceiling, great. If this is hard on the shoulders, only go as high as it feels comfortable. Once you start to feel a little bit of pressure or strain, that's as far as your body wants to go. You can hold it for a second and let it drop down. You don't want to cause any more pain, all right? This is not about working through it, okay? So if you can, lift all the way up. Otherwise, lift as high as it feels comfortable for you. And we'll lift up for 8. 1, and back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Nice, good job. One last move with this position. We're going to pull up and go down into our goal pose, push back up and back down. We'll do this for 6. If you're not going all the way up, you could just pull back. That still works. Push it forward and back down. And let's do this for 6. 1, 2, 3, halfway there. 4, 5, 6. All right, set those weights down, shake those arms out. Whew, you're a powerhouse. All right, I'm going to sit at the edge of my chair and I'm going to widen my stance with my feet just a bit. At the beginning, at the top of our workout, we did this move where we went across the body. So we're going to do that again. And I like to sit on the edge so I've got some mobility and I can kind of move my legs or my hips if it feels comfortable. So my hands are resting on my hips. I'm going to push across my body towards the ceiling, pull it back. Push across the other side, pull it back. We'll do this for 10. And each count will include both the right side and the left side. 1, other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's a good, 10, and rest. Whew, good job. Keep that wide stance, keep your body at the edge. This time I'm going to go straight across. So it's almost as if my hands are running parallel to the ground and bringing back, parallel to the ground and coming back. And we'll do this for 10. 1, both sides. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And back to center. Nice. All right. Pull those feet together. You can scoot back a little bit if it feels more comfortable in the chair. We're going to start working our core just a little bit here. And so take those weights, set them on the outside of one knee. I'm going to lift my weights up and bring them to the other side. Now, I could use my biceps to do this move, but what I want you to think about is engaging the core. So as I lift up, tighten up these core muscles, feel them shifting to the other side. And let's do this for 10. 1, shift those core muscles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put those weights by your hips. Same move, only now I'm pulling back just a little bit further. Feel those muscles move across. You're going to notice different muscles engaging when we go back a little further. Now go ahead and position yourself however it feels most comfortable. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring those weights back to center. Now we're going to pass these weights to someone behind us. Visualize that there's someone behind you. They're reaching out. You're going to pass those weights, bring them back to the front. Pass them to the other side, bring them back. Now, not only are we engaging the core, we're engaging some of the muscles in the back of the body. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, good reach. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to center. Good job. So I read this research article that said that most people that fall, people that have fallen and broken like their elbow or their hip, have fallen to the side because we're weaker on these sides. So that's why we're working these side muscles and building that mobility. So if we go to fall, we have that ability to turn and protect ourselves. Let's go ahead and drop one hand down. Other arm's going to reach up as close as you can under your arm. We're going to alternate and switch to the other side. Let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Got hands down. Go ahead and set one weight down. Bring your body back up. You have one weight left in your hand. I'm going to come back to the edge of my chair. I'm going to set my feet just a little further apart, almost so my weight can set right there in the middle there. And let's go ahead and set that weight down. And go ahead, my hands are on each side of the weight. I'm going to squish my knees together as if I could squish that weight and compress it into a small ball. So now I've got my inside of my legs engaged just a bit. And release. Nice. Let's bring that weight up towards the ceiling. Tap the shoulders back up towards the ceiling, all the way back down to our knee. And right now, as I do this, you might notice my body's staying upright. I'm going to stay upright all the way, even when my weight goes down. I'm not going to allow my body to lean forward in this way. So let's go ahead and lift up for 10. 1, tap those shoulders and back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Rest at the knees. Let's do that squish again. Squish that weight. Visualize that you could compress that weight. You're really engaging the core muscles, your pelvic floor, the inside of your thighs. All these muscles are becoming stronger as you compress this weight into that small ball. And release. Nice. All right, so now I'm going to allow my body to lean forward. So I'm going to go down as far as it feels comfortable. For me, I'm going to go ahead, I can touch the ground. Maybe for you, you're going down to the shins or to your ankles. And we're going to bring that body up. And as I do so, I'm going to arch or arc that weight all the way up. Bend those elbows, touch my shoulder blade, arc it all the way back down and touch the ground. So let's do this for 10. And in this move, we're going to use our core. You could push against your legs to lift up, but right now, I want you to use your back, your glutes, and your hamstrings to lift your body up. And let's lift up for 10. 1, and tap those shoulders. 2, use your core to do this lifting. 3, 4, 5, feels good to move forward. 6, 7, 8, almost there. 9, 10, and let's go all the way down. If you want to, you can set the weight down, sit up and take a deep breath in. If you have trouble breathing as you're leaning forward, most of us do, take a deep breath in. All right, so this move is going to look the same, but we're going to create a different momentum because we're going to use our legs now. And so now, as I reach down and grab this, instead of using my body to lift my arms up, I'm going to use my legs. So right here, I'm going to push my feet into the ground. And as I push, I'm going to use the back part of my hamstrings, push up. And it's the same move, right? Only now I'm using my legs. So it looks the same, but it's going to feel different. Trust me. Yeah. Okay. All right. Arms are down. Feet, push those feet into the earth. Let's push up for 10. 1, push in. 2, push against those legs. 3, feels a lot different, huh? 4, 5, 6, push. 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, push up and leave the body up, go and rest those weights on your knees. Good job. Good work. One last exercise with these weights in our arms. I've got one hand on each side. I'm going to look under one arm and I'm going to circle this weight around me and bring it back. We'll do 5. And I'm going 5 and I'm moving to my left. Let's do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's go the other way. Let's lift that opposite arm up underneath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice, good job. Let's take these weights, set them down. Make sure they're set back far enough behind you that if you move your legs, you don't accidentally kick them. All right, let's go ahead and let's start moving our legs. And so they've been sitting still for a little bit. I'm going to put my hands on my hips. You can rest them on your hips. You can rest them on the chair, however it feels comfortable. But we're just going to start marching. And so I'm going to bring those knees up as high as I can, getting those legs warmed up. You also feel that core starting to warm up just a bit as I engage my abdomen, as I lift up here. Let's go a little faster. Nice job. Right. And we're going to rest those legs. I think they're feeling nice and warm. Take those hands, place them onto your shoulders. We're gonna lift those knees, tap one knee to the opposite elbow, and we're gonna alternate to the other side. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Open those arms up. Now I'm going to open my leg up too. I'm going to tap that foot. For you, it might be tapping your knee, your shin, wherever it feels comfortable today. And let's do this for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I'm going to come to the front of my chair. We're going to move into our mountain climbers. Our mountain climbers are when we're moving to the outside of the body. So I'm going to take one leg, open it up as wide as I can. Bring those arms into gold pole arms. And we're going to lift that knee up to tap our elbow back down. I'm going to do one side for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. Nice. Let's go the other side. Open up that other leg. Arms are still up into goal post. Let's do this side for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Relax those arms. Bring those legs back together. Good job. I'm going to keep working these legs. You feel the hip, this area right inside here starting to become engaged. I'm going to step out over. Maybe I'm stepping over a dog. Maybe it's a cat. Maybe a cat is a jumping move, right? And bring that leg back. And let's go ahead and step over for 10. And your arms can be on your hips. You can challenge yourself and bring those arms out, however it feels good for you today. You can also hang onto the chair. Maybe you need the chair to help support you as you lift those legs up and over. And let's do one side for a count of 10. 1, bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. I can really feel that work in my thigh. Let's do the other side. Arms are out or they're holding you up on your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and back. Nice. We're going to move both legs together. So now I've got 2 dogs sitting here. I have to bring both dogs. I got to jump both dogs, bring both legs back together. This is a little harder with the arms out as you go back and forth. You might find yourself moving the body. So you might want to put your hands on your chair. This might be easier for you, or on your hips. Let's go ahead and bring those legs over both dogs for a count of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring those legs back, rest those arms. Good job. I'm going to have you sit on the edge of your chair, but as you do, you can lean back so that you're almost touching. Maybe today you want to touch the chair. Our goal today is to engage our abs and our top of our thighs as we lift those legs up. And we almost need an angle, otherwise we kind of crunch our body. So you want to have that V or that boat angle here. But again, you can use the back of the chair if you want that support. Still going to be engaging the abs just as much and the thighs, or you can pull that body up a bit. And let's go ahead and lift those knees up for a count of 10. 1, nice and slow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And rest those feet. Your back might feel a little tension here. Let's go ahead and lean forward just a bit. Just like we did in those other moves where we loosened up our body after an exercise. You want to make sure your back is staying nice and relaxed. You don't want it to get tight or tense during these moves. So if it feels good to move side to side, make sure that back is feeling nice and loose. All right, and bring your body back upright. We're gonna bring those knees up. This time one leg's gonna come out. Bring those knees back down. Bring those knees up. Opposite leg's gonna come out, back down. A little more challenging. Don't feel bad if you want to lean back, right? This is just keeping our back nice and protected. So go ahead, you can lean back and touch or not touch, however it feels comfortable today. Hanging on, bring those knees up. Let's kick one leg out. And now we'll do this for 8. Other leg out and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Both feet down. Let's bring that body forward. Go ahead and loosen up that back. And come back up. Good job. Nice. If you need to wiggle, move side to side. If you need to twist, go ahead. I'm going to sit on the edge of my chair and I'm going to bring my feet as far, but my feet are still perpendicular with the earth. They're not extending out. They're not leaning back. They're pretty much straight down. In this position, I'm going to lean my body up over. So some of you have done this naturally. You just kind of rest your arms on here. I've got some weight on here. From here, I'm going to lift up on my toes and come back down. Lift up on my toes, come back down. So let's lift up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have some popping here. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Pull those feet back just a bit. You got a little more weight on your body now, because now my body's kind of leaning over. Still got my arms resting on here. Same move. This is going to be a little more challenging. You actually have a little more weight, but you can go up a little higher with the feet back. And let's push up for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring that body upright. Good job. Good way to work the calves. You're also stretching out the insole of the feet, the arch there. All right. Let's go ahead and widen those feet out. I'm going to do our cherry kickers. And so let's bring those arms up over our head. Push up towards the ceiling. You should feel an opening in the core here as you lift those arms up. With that opening, turn and face one leg. We're going to lean all the way down as deep as we can over that leg. Now visualize there's some cherries on the ground. We're going to walk across, pick up those cherries all the way across to the other leg and bring those bodies up. And that was 1. Let's do 5, 2, walk across. Bring those bodies up. 3. Watch your chair so that it doesn't come out from underneath you. 4. Be aware if it's starting to slide. Last one this direction. 5. And bring those arms up, lift up super high. Open up that area. Turn towards the opposite leg. Let's do 5 this direction. 1. All the way across. 2. 3. 4. 5. Last one. See how deep you can go. You can drop that belly down center. See those side muscles pulling the body up as you come up. Lift up super high. Keep lifting up. Let's go straight down the center here. Watch that chair. Make sure it's not going to slide out from underneath you. How deep can you go here? Deep breath in, relax the shoulders, relax the head. And go ahead and bring your body up however it feels most comfortable. You can use your hands, pushing against the knees, bringing your body upright. Ooh, take a deep breath. Careful if you feel a little dizziness. All right. Legs are still nice and far. We're going to open up those arms. We're going to do our windmills here. So I'm going to take my left hand. I'm going to go down, tap my right ankle. If this is not something comfortable for you today, you can tap your knee, you can tap your shin. And we're going to do one side, then the other side. And let's do 10. 1. Bring the body upright. 2. 3. 4. 5. Push against those feet. 6, just like we did in that one move. 7. Push. 8. Push. 9. Push. 10. Push those arms out. Extend that energy out. A little further. Push it out. And relax those arms. Whew, bring those feet in. Good job. Nice job. All right, let's get our cardio up just a bit before we end this class. And so we're going to go ahead like we did in the beginning. We're going to start by moving those feet. Let's move those arms at the same time. If you really want to build that cardio up, kind of move that body side to side as you move those arms. Feet are still moving. I see some people moving their arms up. Get that body moving. Remember that heart is a muscle. You got to work it out, right? Okay, let's move that leg a little faster. I see some of you standing. Good job out there in Zoom. All right. Let's reach those arms up, right? That's going to move that energy up. Legs are still moving. Got my legs, got my arms moving. We're going to hold this for another 10 seconds. You guys have got this. Keep breathing through it. Moving those arms, moving those legs. 5 seconds. Let's go faster, faster, as fast as you can. Great job. Slow it down. Rest those hands on your knees. Rest your feet. Roll those shoulders up. Roll them back. Deep breath in. Feel your feet pushing against the earth. Feel your hands pressing against the knees. This is going to help relax the body. Bring your rhythm back into a more natural cadence. Deep breath in. Feel the heart. You guys worked it. It was moving really fast, but now it's starting to slow back down. Good job. Let's move into our jumping jacks. So I'm going to sit on the edge of my chair here so I have a little more mobility. You can hang on to the chair and just do your feet. You can just do the arms, or if you want to, you can use both the feet and the arms together. We're going to do 30 jumping jacks. I'm going to start off at a slower pace. As I move through them, I'm going to go a little faster and a little faster. You can follow my pace or follow a pace that matches your need today. All right. Let's do 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 21, 22, 27, 30, and rest. Woo, you guys are getting so good. You hardly even noticed that one, huh? Deep breath in. Feet pushing against the earth, hands pushing against the legs. Roll those shoulders back. Notice how quickly you can bring that heart rate back to normal. Your breath feels relaxed, body feels relaxed. All right, one last cardio move. This is the move. We're not moving our arms. We're just going to move these heavy legs, but that's enough to get that heart pumping. So I'm going to start with my legs to one side, and I'm going to hang on to the chair so I can lift them both up, tap the other side, and bring them back. This is actually a lot of work. We're twisting, so we're pushing that air out, and our legs are super heavy. Let's do this for 15. 1, bring it back. 2, bring it back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Come back to the center. Whew. Roll those shoulders back. Push those feet into the ground. Push your hands into your knees. Good job. Let's do a little cool down before we end today. I'm going to have you lean forward. Drop those hands down to your knees. Let's circle those arms up towards the ceiling. Keep them circling around behind you, opening up your chest. As you open up, let the head drop back. And let's lean that body forward, back down, tapping the ground, circling up towards the ceiling. Arms come back. As they do, let the head look up. Let's do this one more time. Reaching forward, arms up. And we're going to end up in that downward position, down with our body leaning forward, hands touching the ground. Let's change direction. So now my hands are going to go behind me, reaching back. From here, touch those shoulder blades, looking up. Bring those arms all the way up towards the ceiling, and let's lean forward. Tapping. Bring those hands back, touch those shoulder blades, looking up. Last time, all the way down. Arms up, looking up. And let's rest those hands on our knees. Nice. I'm going to take one hand, I'm going to place it on the back of my chair as I look behind me. And bring those hands forward. Let's look the other direction. Come back forward, nice. Hands still resting on the knees. Let's bring those shoulder blades up to the ears, or shoulders. Roll them back and drop them down. Take a deep breath in and release.